I can't believe we're finally doing this.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. Woo! Hey, you gotta buckle that?
No, I'm good.
How's it gonna stay on?
I'll just hold on really tight. Guys, I'm really strong. Like, really strong.
When doing a potentially dangerous activity like skydiving or driving a car, it's a really good idea to take every precaution and buckle up. Safe driving is something we can all live with.
Wow, what a hilarious, humorous way to bring about awareness for safe driving. Welcome back to Living 757. Now, whether you are an experienced driver or a beginner, you should always be aware that accidents can happen at any time. However, if you are practicing safe driving and buckling up, you have a greater chance of surviving. So back to join us from DMV, we got John to give us some more startling statistics about unsafe driving. Welcome back to the show, John.
Well, thank you for having me back. And I'm glad you guys really enjoyed that video because really it was focused to your age, and demographic. So
yeah,
that means we're getting our point across.
Oh no, you are definitely getting your point across, and I know comedy can definitely do that. Now you have a campaign called "Safe Driving is Something We Can All Live With." Okay, so can you talk about the 4 major areas that are concerning with that?
That's right. We talked about, of course, buckling up. We're always wearing your seatbelt. That's number 1. We also talk about speeding and the need to obey the speed limits. We also talk about impaired driving, really focused on alcohol and drug use behind the wheel and just not being impaired when you're behind the wheel. And I think that in texting and driving, again, a distraction, but there's many other distractions. But we focused on texting and driving in our videos.
Got you. Now, as we were just talking about, this is a serious campaign, but you guys find a comical way to bring about awareness. Can you explain why comedy helps do that?
Well, last year we really come to the understanding that the key is we have to get our message out, and we need to get our message out to that demographic that I talked about. Really, is males 18 to 35 or 18 to 34. That's our total focus group demographic, and that's where we see the majority of our fatalities are occurring within that age group. So we wanted to get a message out that they would listen to and they would watch. If they're not interested and don't hear the messages, there's no reason us running a video. We found out that scare tactics and those type of things really do not hit this crowd. So we really wanted to focus on something that was really going to touch that group that we just talked about.
Yeah, is there like a backlash of maybe young men or young males within that age group that feel like, well, why is it just us, or is that just like the actual statistics that you guys have pulled?
Yeah, no, those that's what the numbers show us. The numbers show us that that's the highest risk group, and so all of those things we talked about, whether it's seatbelt use and speed, or seatbelt use and texting, or seatbelt use in any of those issues, all of those things can be together in the same situation in one crash. You can have a person not wearing their seatbelt. They could be speeding. They could be texting, trying to speed. All of those things can be present in a crash. So we really want to get the point across that driving is a series of making decisions. And we really try not to use the word of accident, because really when you make a choice to drink and drive, when you make a choice to not wear your seatbelt, when you make a choice to speed or drive distracted, those are choices that you make.
That's intentional.
And there are consequences for those choices. So we truly say the crashes are no accident. So we really want to focus the seriousness of really when you're behind the wheel that you need to keep your focus on doing that, of driving, because there's you not only for yourself, but everyone who is around you and is in your vehicle, and all of those others to share the roadway with you.
Well, you know what? All it's about is just making sure that you're focusing, that you are paying attention, and obviously attention to detail while you're driving. So many different things is going on. Can you tell us where these videos are currently being played or being shown?
Well, you can find them on YouTube. They're there. You can also, I'm just going to get just in front of me so I'll make sure I don't miss anything here.
Sure thing.
You can watch them on DMV's YouTube page, which we have, Video Distracted Driving. And we also have them available on youtube.com. Watch is what you want to go to, www.youtube.com, watch, and you'll be able to find speed prevention, also drunk driving prevention, and you also find the one on texting.
Awesome. Now, as I was watching you, John, you were heavily distracted. So if you were driving, that would not have been good that you weren't looking at me in the eyes. Man.
But the key is this message is to be sure I get it right.
There you go, man. Well, look, we appreciate.
So I'm in a safe situation. So it's the same way. If you need to text, you need to pull over, maybe in a parking area or somewhere safe, and do your texting. But I would even advise you to put your phone away while you're in the car and just not even have that temptation in front of you to text and be distracted.
Hey, well, thank you so much, John. As always, you always give us some great information, and we certainly appreciate you stopping by again. All right.
We appreciate you guys and appreciate, again, giving us the opportunity to be there. And anytime we love to get this message out because it is a life-saving message, and we appreciate your help in doing that.
Thanks, John.